ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ
ॐ
नमो भगवते
भगवते
वासुदेवाय।
वासुदेवाय।
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। संसारसागरे मग्नं दीनं मां करुणानिधे कर्मग्राह्यगृहीताङ्गं मामुद्धर भवार्णवात्। श्रीमद्भागवताख्योऽयं प्रत्यक्ष कृष्ण एव हि स्वीकृतोऽसि मया नाथ मुख्यर्थं भवसागरे। मनोरथो मदीयोऽयं सफलः सर्वदा त्वयि निर्विघ्नेनैव कर्तव्यं दासोऽहं तव केशव। शुकरूपप्रबोधज्ञ सर्वशास्त्रविशारदा एतत्कथा प्रकाशेन मदज्ञानं विनाशय। देवदेव जगन्नाथ पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तना यदुत्तमोत्तमश्लोकनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते। भवे भवे यथा भक्ति पादयोस्तव जायते तदा कुरुष्व देवेश नातस्त्वं नो यतः प्रभो। नाम संकीर्तनं यस्य सर्वपापप्रणाशनं प्रणामो दुःखशमनस्तं नमामि हरिं पराम्। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनामिने गौरत्विषे नमः। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। श्री कृष्ण लीला की जय। Okay, so welcome to the session on Krishna Leela, the series titled as Vraja Līlā Sudhā, Gopāla Krishna Leela in Vṛndāvana. We have been discussing Krishna's pastimes in childhood, Krishna's Bāla Līlā, especially Krishna's pastimes in the cradle. So yesterday we were discussing how Bāla Gopāla, who is the abode of all fruits, who is the epitome of all flowers, he is the storehouse of all touchstones, pearls, rubies, emeralds, diamonds. Krishna is everything. He is the fruit, he is the flower, he is the touchstone, he is the precious stone, he is the Chudamani. He is the source of everything. And he is in the arms of Yaśodā Mayi, and there is a constant competition between Krishna and Yaśodā Mayi. So what is that competition? It's a very healthy competition. That as Krishna's beauty is ever increasing at every step. When Yaśodā Mayi holding Krishna in her arms and looking at Krishna, Yaśodā Mayi feels Krishna's beauty is increasing at every step. Nityam Navanava Yavanamanam. It's described that Krishna is Navayavana. At every moment he is fresh. And at the same time, Yaśodā, her love is also increasing. So this is the competition going on. As you can see here on the screen, Krishna is extremely beautiful. Looking at Krishna's extremely beautiful nature, Yaśoda's heart is getting full of joy, full of love, and her love is increasing. Krishna's beauty is increasing, Yaśoda Rani's love is increasing. She is seeing more beauty in Krishna. That is what happens even in our life also, right? If we love somebody, then naturally we put a curtain on all their flaws and all their mistakes. Our mind does not see their flaws. And we enlarge their good qualities. Now, what to speak of Krishna, who has no flaws at all, and he is the abode of only good qualities. Kalyana nidhaye nidhayertinam, Shriya Kantaya Kalyana nidhaye nidhayertinam, Shri Venkata Nivasaya Srinivasaya Mangalam. Kalyana Nidhi. Krishna, Vishnu, is Kalyana Nidhi, abode of all good qualities. So there is no need for Yaśodā Mayi to cover the flaws. And her love is increasing. So motherhood's love, the vātsalya-sneha, is perceiving more and more beauty, and naturally Krishna's beauty is increasing. And seeing that beauty, her love is increasing. And when her love increases, her perception of Krishna's beauty, the thoughts of Krishna are flooding her heart, and her love is getting more ecstatic. Her milk is getting more sweeter. Her milk is getting more sweeter. And Krishna is drinking that sweet milk. And he is feeling that, oh, my Maya, my mother loves me so much. Tasting that milk, tasting the sweetness of affection from her heart, Krishna is thinking that the sweet milk, and he is feeling, oh Maya, my mother loves me so much. Tasting that milk, tasting the sweetness of the motherly affection from her heart. So Krishna is becoming more happy, and he starts to smile. And when Krishna starts to smile, seeing this smiling face of Bāla Gopāla, Yaśodā Mayi also starts to smile. And when she starts to smile, her joy increases. When her joy increases, her milk becomes sweeter. So drinking that milk, Krishna becomes happier. He starts to smile. And this is the constant competition that's going on. In Bengali, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is mentioned as the competition between two groups of devotees, like especially between Radha and Krishna. There are two groups of gopis, and there is a constant competition to serve better, to enhance the service. So this is called Huda Hudi. Huda Hudi means, in Bengali it is called Huda Hudi. Huda Hudi means there is constant competition of who is going to win and who wins between the two. Between Yaśodā Mayi and Krishna, between Yaśodā Mayi and Bāla Gopāla, who wins? And there in between Radha and Krishna, when gopis are serving, so who wins, Radha or Krishna? Now here, when there's a constant competition between Krishna, Bāla Gopāla and Yaśodā Mayi, so who wins? Who is going to win, and who wins between the two? Well, the answer is all of us. We win. We all win. We all win. Looking at the Bāla Gopāla, we all win. So we are the winners. You know, when Yaśodā Mayi and Krishna, Bāla Gopāla, they are immersed in these beautiful, sweet pastimes. So we are the winners. Because Krishna doesn't win and Yaśodā Rani doesn't win. Both are competing with one another. And in this process, we are all the winners. In Vṛndāvana, in Bhauma Vṛndāvana, those Vrajavasis who are seeing this Leela, they are the winners. And now, as we are hearing these Leelas, we are the winners. So in this process, we are all the winners because we are perceiving this unparalleled beauty, unparalleled display of vātsalya sneha by Yaśodā Mayi. So there is a saying that when in English there is a saying, when two clouds meet in the sky, who celebrates? When two clouds meet in the sky, who celebrates? The people on the earth celebrate. Because when two clouds meet and it starts to rain, we are the ones benefited by that rain. When two small clouds join and become one big cloud, and eventually when it rains, we are the benefit. We are the one who get benefited. So Krishna is like that little cloud. He is the Nila Megha Shamala anyway. And Mother Yaśodā is a big mama cloud. Krishna is a baby cloud, little baby cloud, and Yaśodā is big mama cloud. And when both of them meet, by their meeting, we are the ones on Mother Earth who are celebrating our good fortune, our Sukruti of hearing these Leelas. Our good fortune, drenched and oversaturated by the nectar rain shower of Krishna Leela. Leela Kallola Varidi. Just imagine, Leela Kallola Varidi, right? Where does the rain come from? The rain, the clouds. How are the clouds formed? The clouds are formed when the water in the samudra gets evaporated. So what is that samudra here? That samudra, that ocean, is the Leela Kallola Varidi. Sarvadbhuta chamatkara Leela Kallola Varidi Atulya Madhura Prema Mandita Priya Mandala Trijagan Manasakarshi Murali Kalakujita Asamanordhvarupa Shri Vismapita Characharaha. So this Leela Kallola Varadi, which is which gets evaporated and forms as clouds, and then when different clouds they shower rain, we are the ones who are drenched and saturated, oversaturated by the nectar rain shower of Krishna Leela. Krishna Leela ki jai. Śrī Vṛndāvana Dham ki jai. So now, coming back to Krishna's childhood pastimes, especially the pastimes that Krishna performs in the cradle or in the arms of Yaśodā Rani and other gopis. So let's discuss one more beautiful episode. So we need to recite this verse. It's going to be a little tough because the English and Devanagari Hindi script is in one slide, Telugu is in another slide. So first let me recite the shloka and then we'll figure out how to. When you are going to recite, we'll figure out how to do this. So now this is an episode. This is a sweet Leela about Krishna drinking the milk from Mother Yaśodā. See, whatever Krishna does, it becomes a Leela. Yeah? That's the regular routine of just drinking milk, regular routine of just sleeping. When Krishna closes his eyes, it's a Leela. When Krishna opens his eyes, it's a Leela. When Krishna smiles, it's a Leela. When Krishna lifts his hand, it's a Leela. When Krishna brings his hand down, it's a Leela. When Krishna rolls in the cradle to the side, it's a Leela. When Krishna rolls onto the right side, it's a Leela. So everything is a Leela. So when Krishna is drinking Mother Yaśoda's affection, he's closing his eyes and he's relishing. So how is Krishna closing his eyes? His eyes are half closed and half open. Because in Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 6, Ashtanga Yoga, Krishna says that for yoga, we should find a very pure place, and we should have our eyes not completely closed and not completely open, but just half shut, so that we don't fall asleep. At the same time, we don't get distracted by the worldly things. When the eyes are completely open, we get distracted. When the eyes are completely closed, we fall asleep. That's why the principle, one of the principles in Ashtanga Yoga is a yogi who is meditating in the forest should sit with his back straight on a deer skin in a pure place, and eyes with eyes half shut. He should stare at the nostril or between the eyebrows and then meditate. Shuchau deshe pratishtapya stiramasanamatmanam natyuchritam natineecham chailajina kushottaram tatraikagnam manakritva yata chittendriya kriyaha upavishyasane yunja yogamatma vishuddhaye. These are the shlokas from 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna gives the step-by-step process of Ashtanga Yoga. So here, Krishna, when he is drinking the milk, he is neither closing his eyes completely nor opening his eyes completely. So let's recite this shloka here, and then we will discuss. अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम् सद्यः प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरम् हस्तेन सम्मोर्झता मात्रा चाङ्गुलिलालितस्य वदने स्मेरायमाने मुहुर् विष्णो क्षीरकणो धूरबला धन्तद्युति पातु वः. I will recite 3 times. Let me see if I can copy this and okay. Yeah, I think we'll do this. अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम् सद्यः प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरम् हस्तेन सम्मोर्जता मात्रा चाङ्गुलिलालितस्य वदने स्मेरायमाने मुहुः विष्णो क्षीरकणोधूदबला दन्तद्युति पातु वः. One more time. अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम् सद्यः प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरम् हस्तेन सम्मोर्जता मात्रा चाङ्गुलिलालितस्य वदने स्मेरायमाने मुहुः विष्णो क्षीरकणोधूदवला विष्णो क्षीरकणोरु धामधवला विष्णो क्षीरकणोरुधाम धवला दन्तद्युति पातु वः. May the brilliance of the teeth of Lord Vishnu, whose eyes are half closed, as he fully drinks from Mother Yaśodā, who rubs her heart smeared with freshly oozing milk with his hand, and whose face repeatedly breaks into a smile as his mother playfully tickles him with her fingers, whitened by the great effulgence of the drops of milk, protect you all. Okay, so we'll recite the shloka in a bit. So Krishna in Gita, Krishna talked about the yoga principles, Ashtanga yoga. So finding a clean, pure place, and eyes should be half shut. So now that same Krishna who gave the Ashtanga yoga in Bhagavad Gita, he's Yogeshwara. He's the master of all yogas. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna yatra partho dhanurdaraha tatra Śrī Vijayo bhutir Dhruvani Mother Yaśodā Mayi. So he is that Yogeshwara, he is the Lord of all yoga. Now he is teaching by personal example. As Bāla Gopāla, he is teaching that Ashtanga yoga principle. What is the first principle in Ashtanga yoga practice? A yogi should find a pure place. Now what is the pure place here when Bāla Gopāla is drinking the milk? That is the heart of Mother Yaśodā. So he has found that pure place for performing yoga. Yoga means to connect. So he is connecting with the best devotee, Yaśodā Mayi, in vātsalya-prema. Now he is following his own dictation in Gita, that the eyes are not completely closed and completely open. And he is drinking Mother Yaśodā's milk. His eyes are half closed, half open, like in Samadhi. So when let's recite this shloka and then we'll discuss more. अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम्
अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम्
सद्यः प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरं हस्तेन सम्मोर्जता.
सत्यप्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्गमपरं हस्तेन
हस्तेन
सम्मोचतः
सम्मोचतः
मात्रा चाङ्गुलिलालितस्य लालिसितस्य वदने स्मेरायमाने मुहुर्
मात्रा
मात्रा
चाङ्गुलिलासितस्य
चाङ्गुलिलासितस्य
वदने
वदने
स्मेरायमाने मुहुः
स्मेरायमाने मुहुर्
विष्णो क्षीरकणो विष्णो क्षीरकणोरुधामधवला
विष्-
दन्तद्युति पातु वः
विष्णु
विष्णो
क्षीरकणोरुधवला
क्षीरकणोरुधामधवला
दन्तद्युति पातु
दन्तद्युतिः
वः
पादुवः पातु वः
अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम्
अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य
अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता
पिबत पर्याप्तमेकं
पर्याप्तमेकं
स्तनम्
स्तनम्
सद्यः प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरं हस्तेन सम्मोर्झता
सद्य प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरं
प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरम्
हस्तेन
हस्तेन
सम्मोचतः
सम्मोचतः
मात्रा चाङ्गुलिलालितस्य वदने स्मेरायमाने मुहुर्
मात्रा
मात्रा
चाङ्गुलिलासितस्य
चाङ्गुलिलासितस्य
वदने
वदने
स्मेरायमाने
स्मेरायमाने
मुहुः
मुहुर्
विष्णो क्षीरकणोरुधामधवला दन्तद्युति पातु वः
विष्णु
विष्णो
क्षीरकणोर्ध्वमधवला
क्षीरकणोरुधामधवला
दन्तद्युति
दन्तद्युतिः
पातु वः
पातु वः
Okay, third time. अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम्
अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य
अर्धोन्मीलितलोचनस्य पिबता
पिबत पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम्
पर्याप्तमेकं स्तनम्
सद्यः प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरं हस्तेन सम्मोर्जता
सद्य प्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरं
सद्यप्रस्तुतदुग्धदिग्धमपरम्
हस्तेन
हस्तेन
सम्मोचतः
सम्मोचतः
मात्रा चाङ्गुलिलालिसितस्य वदने स्मेरायमाने मुहुर्
मात्रा
मात्रा
चाङ्गुलिलासितस्य वदने
चाङ्गुलिलासितस्य वदने
स्मेरायमाने मुहुः
मुहुर्
विष्णो क्षीरकणोरुधामधवला दन्तद्युति पातु वः
विष्णु
विष्णो
क्षीरकणोद्दामधवला
क्षीरकणोरुधामधवला
दन्तद्युति पातु
दन्तद्युतिः
वः
पातु वः
Yeah. Okay, so Krishna, as he is sitting in Mother Yasoda's lap, so his eyeballs are like bumblebees. So Surdas he explains this, that Krishna's eyeballs are like bumblebees, and Krishna's eyes are lotus flowers. Mother Yasoda's affection is the nectar, makaranda. So the two bumblebees of Krishna, the two eyes bumblebees of Krishna, are stuck in the lotus of the eyes, drinking intoxicated, drinking the nectar of Mother Yashoda's milk. So just like how the bumblebees, they go to different flowers and drink the nectar, the makaranda from the flowers, similarly the two bumblebee eyes of Krishna, they are looking at Yashoda Rani, and with the eyes Krishna is drinking the milk with his mouth, and also Krishna is drinking the motherly affection of Yashoda with his eyes. What a beautiful what a beautiful writing by Surdas ji. Krishna is doing drinking with two things at the same time. is having two drinks. One cup of drink is the milk. Another cup of drink is Mother Yaśoda's vātsalya-prema. So how beautiful is that? And now just imagine there is a lotus flower and there is a honey bee in the middle of the lotus flower drinking the nectar. And after drinking so much of nectar, it has become so intoxicated that at the time of sunset, the petals are closing. The petals of the lotus flower are closing. And now we can see that these black bumblebees, the Krishna Brahmara, black bumblebee is called Krishna Brahmara. These black bumblebees inside the lotus flower, and the lotus not completely closed. So Krishna's eyes are at that time, Krishna's eyes are like that lotus. They are half closed and half open. It's almost like the sunset. Now as the sun sets, the lotus are closing the petals. And now when the lotus closes the petals, what happens? The bumblebee is stuck in the lotus flower. So Surdas ji writes about Bāla Gopāla that Bāla Gopāla is drinking intoxicated milk by the by the amazing heart affection of Mother Yaśodā. Now Krishna cannot obtain this fortune being in Vaikuntha, because in Vaikuntha, what is the position of Vishnu in Vaikuntha? Kshirodhanvat pradeshe shuchimani vilasat saikate moktikanam mala klupta sanastaspatikamani nibhair moktikair manditangaha shubhrairabrairadabраirupari virachitair mukta piyusha varshaihi anandina puniyadarinalina gada shankapanir mukundaha Bhupadau yasya nabhirviyadasuranilashchandra suryau cha netre karnavasha shirodbhairmukamapi dahano yasya vastiyamabdihi antastam yasya vishvam suranarkagagho bhogi gandharva daityaihi chitram ram ramyatetram tribhuvana vapusham vishnumisham namami. So Krishna is sitting and reclining in Kshira Sagara, in the milky ocean, Kshiro Dhanvat Pradeshe. But he doesn't have this good fortune of drinking milk from Mother Yaśodā, drinking the vātsalya-prema with his eyes. In the Vishnu Sahasranama it is mentioned, Sashanka Chakram Sakirita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiruhe Kshanam Sahara Vakshastala Shobi Kaustubam Namami Vishnum Shirasa Chaturbhujam. He has chakra, Shanka Chakra, Gada, Padma, and he is resting in Vaikuntha, the most majestic Lord. The most majestic Lord. Vishnu in Vaikuntha is fully potent in his Aishwarya Bhava. So the great Acharya from Śrī Vaishnava Sampradaya. So Śrī means Aishwarya. So this particular Sampradaya, this particular Vaishnava Sampradaya called Śrī Vaishnava Sampradaya, they worship Bhagavan in Aishwarya Bhava. That's why Śrī, the word Śrī means Aishwarya, opulence. So there's a great Acharya called Vedanta Deshikar. So Vedanta Deshikar, he describes that Mahavishnu sleeping in Vaikuntha, it is almost like he's holding sun and the moon in his hands. When Mahavishnu is holding the Shanka Chakra with his two hands, Vedanta Deshikar writes, it looks as if Krishna is holding sun and moon in his two hands, sun in one hand and moon in another hand. So what is this sun and moon? The Sudarshan Chakra is that sun, is that bright, effulgent, glaring, radiant sun. And chakra, that is the chakra. Sudarshan Chakra is the sun. And what is the moon? The Shankha. Shankha is white, moon is white. So Panchajanyam Hrishikesho, that conch shell is white. So Vishnu is holding the moon, and in the other hand he is holding the Sudarshan Chakra, which is the sun. So he is controlling the sun and moon, and he is resting in Samadhi. So that Bhagavan who is controlling sun and moon, now he is resting in the lap of Mother Yaśodā in Samadhi, with his eyes half shut. He's resting in Samadhi in the lap of Mother Yaśodā. How amazing is that? Sri Vedanta Deshikar ki jai. So in the abode of Vaikunta, he's not getting this comfort of sitting in the lap of Mother Yaśodā. But in Vṛndāvana, he gets that great fortune.
In Vaikuntha, has to follow some protocols. As a king or as a maintainer, has to follow some protocols. He can't be like a child. He can't move, or he can't. In what way he want to, he can't there.
Yeah, there is a process for eating. There's a process for drinking.
Yeah.
He cannot do what he is doing in Vṛndāvana.
Yeah.
So the joy that Krishna gets in Vṛndāvana, or the joy that Krishna gives to Yaśodā Mayi in Vṛndāvana, Nanda Gopāla, Nanda Baba, and Yaśodā Mayi in Vṛndāvana, is unparalleled. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur, one of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he writes, Yaśodā Nandana Ananda Vardhana Nanda Tanaya Rasa Koopa. Yaśodā Nandana Ananda Vardhana Nanda Tanaya Rasa Koopa. Repeat after me. Yaśodā Nandana Ananda Vardhana
Yaśodā
Nandana
Nandana Vardhana
Nanda Tanaya Rasa Koopa.
Nanda Tanaya Rasa Koopa.
Yaśodā Nandana Ananda Vardhana Nanda Tanaya Rasa Koopa.
Yaśodā Nandana Ananda Vardhana Nanda Tanaya
Koopa.
Rasa Koopa. He is Koopa means well. He is a reservoir. He is a reservoir of rasa. This Yaśodā Nandana, Nandana, Ananda Vardhana is a rasa Koopa. He is Rasika Shekhar, Raso Vaisaha, Rasa Chintamani. Is a rasa Koopa, reservoir of rasa, filled with rasa. So who is Krishna? Yaśodā Nandana. He is the son of Yaśodā. Nandana means son. Yaśodā Nandana, son of Yaśodā. The word Nandana has two meanings. One is the meaning of son, the child. And the word Nandana also means Anandayati. Anandayati. He who gives joy. He who gives joy. Anandayati. Nandana means one who gives joy. Anandayati. So by calling Krishna as Yaśodā Nandana, Yaśodam Anandayati iti Yaśodā Nandana. Yaśodam Anandayati iti Yaśodā Nandana. He who with his beauty and sweetness gives joy to Yaśodā. And Yaśodā Mayi gives joy to Krishna. Yaśodā Nandana Ananda Vardhana. So they are mutually, Bāla Gopāla and Yaśodā Mayi, they are mutually giving affection, increasing their joy. And Krishna also has a separate relationship with Nanda Baba. And he is Rasa Koopa. He is the abode of all beautiful mellows. Now, going back to the description of Surdas Ji, as he was describing Bāla Gopāla's two eyes as bumblebees, right? So Krishna's eyeballs are stuck in the lotus petal of the eyes, intoxicated by the honey, the nectar of Yaśodā Mayi's milk. So, because Krishna keeps on drinking milk for a long time, and just like how the bumblebee gets stuck at the time of sunset, Krishna is also getting stuck, being intoxicated, overly intoxicated. Matta Pana. We discussed the glories of Bhagavatam, right? Matta Pana. So like that, Krishna is getting intoxicated, and in this case, the affection of Mother Yaśoda's heart, and Krishna is in Samadhi. Being intoxicated, he is in Samadhi. Talking in the language of Ashtanga Yoga. So he is in Samadhi. So, Ardhonmīlita lochanasya pibata paryaptam. Ardhonmīlita lochanasya pibata paryaptam. Ardhonmīlita lochanasya pibata paryaptame. Let me share the slide. So, Ardhonmīlita lochanasya pibata paryaptam. He is drinking sufficiently. Paryaptam means sufficiently. Pibata means drinking. Ardha unmīlita. Ardha means half. Unmīlita means eyes half closed. Lochanasya is eyes. So he is drinking sufficiently. Now, if you look at the word paryaptam, there is a similar word in Bhagavad Gita in the first chapter, where Duryodhana is describing the army to Dronacharya. Aparyaptam tu tadasmakam bhalam bhishma virakshitum paryaptam tvidamedheva. So that shloka from first chapter, the word aparyaptam. In Sanskrit, this word aparyaptam, it has an interesting meaning. There are two meanings. So there, Duryodhana, when he was describing about his own army to Dronacharya, he means to say that our strength is immeasurable. Our army, the strength of our army is immeasurable. Unlimited, immeasurable, and it is protected by Bhishma. So Duryodhana was flaunting and boasting about his army and trying to speak to his guru in this mood. So there, that word aparyaptam, which means immeasurable, inconceivable, or unlimited, but aparyaptam also means insufficient. Aparyaptam, see in Sanskrit, whenever you add the prefix a to any word, it can have two meanings: negation, or it can also mean unlimited. Like ananta, ananta means unlimited. Ananta, what is the other meaning of ananta? An plus anta, there is no end. So negation of end is ananta. Ananta also means unlimited. So here aparyaptam means immeasurable, and it also means insufficient. So Saraswati Devi, she flips this word when Duryodhana was speaking to indicate that his the strength of his army is immeasurable, Saraswati Devi flips that word, the meaning of the word, and conveys the meaning as insufficient. So Duryodhana himself said, our strength, our army strength is insufficient. So Saraswati Devi corrects Duryodhana's pride. So when Duryodhana is saying our army is unbelievable, immeasurable, Saraswati Devi says, no, no, no. Your army is paryaptam, not aparyaptam, it is paryaptam. Aparyapta nahi, paryapta hai. Insufficient. So now coming back to Bāla Gopāla. So here similarly we can see the word paryaptam, which means sufficiently or in a measurable quantity. Ardhonmilita. Ardhonmilita lochanasya pibata paryaptam. So both meanings can be used in a measurable way or insufficient or in sufficient quantity. So Krishna is either drinking in a measurable way in the sense that Yaśodā Mayi is thinking that it's been 5 minutes, 10 minutes, Krishna is continuously drinking milk at the same time in a sufficient quantity. Krishna is gulping Mother Yaśoda's affection down his existence. Now in Bhagavatam, we all know this story, Mrudbhakshan Leela, right? When Krishna shows the universe in his mouth, in Bhagavatam 10th canto and 8th chapter, when Krishna shows the Virat Rupa or Brahmanda Darshan in the mouth, at that time, the Acharya writes, saying that Krishna shows the universe to his mother in his own, in his own mouth. He shows the whole Brahmanda. And Krishna says, "O Yaśodā, O Yaśodā Mayi, when I used to drink your milk all the time, you used to keep asking, why are you drinking milk so much, Krishna?" Now this is Krishna asking, during the Mrudbhakshan Leela, that, "Oh Maya, when I used to drink, when I was in your arms, when I was very little, and when you were holding me in your arms, and when I was drinking milk, you used to ask, oh Krishna, why do you drink milk so much? You are only a little boy, baby, and where is all this milk going? So Maya, I want to tell you, look into my mouth. How many universes are there? I have to feed all of them. It is not just for myself, but I have to feed to everyone in all these Brahmandas. And I am the Lord for all these universes, and you are only my mother. So on the pretext of drinking your milk, I used to, I drink, but I also feed your affection to all these wonderful children in all these universes who are living inside me. So, oh Maya, so please don't ever think, why am I drinking your milk so much for a long time? Because I have to feed so many universes inside me. This is why I am drinking the milk for a long time." So, the second line in the shloka, Sadhya prastuta dugdha digdham aparam astena sammarjitaha. Astena sammarjitaha. Sadhya prastuta dugdha digdham aparam astena sammarjitaha. Even while fully satisfied, the Supreme Lord exhibits the restless, fidgety nature of a human infant. So as Mother Yaśodā, after some time, thinks, okay, now Krishna, you have drink enough milk. Now she tries to separate Krishna away from her, because otherwise, he will never stop drinking the milk. So immediately, as Yaśodā Mayi tries to separate him from her, he immediately holds the hand or onto her cloth. So Krishna is trying to hold onto her hand, trying to hold onto her, her sari, and he wants Mother Yaśodā next to him. Matra changulilalitasya vadane smerayamane muhur. This is the third line here. So Yaśodā Mayi says, okay Krishna, I'm not separating you from me. You can drink as much milk as you want. My heart is brimming with so much joy and so much love that it is all exclusively for you only. Why should I separate you and me? So saying this, she gives more milk to Krishna. Vishno kshira kanō davala dhantadyuti patuvaha. That's the last line. Vishno kshira kanō davala dhantadyuti patuvaha. May that Krishna who is happy in the arms of Mother Yaśodā, and that who is happily swinging, singing and feeding baby Gopal, may this Mother Yaśodā and may this child Bāla Gopāla bless the whole world. Patuvaha. The word Patuvaha we see in many shlokas, especially in Krishna Karnamrutam, Ramo Nama Babuva. All these shlokas we see this word Patuvaha in the end. That means even in the Makkanchor Leela shlokas also, in the end you will see Patuvaha. That means protect. May that Bāla Gopāla protect all of us. May that Yaśodamma Vishno Kshira Kanō Dhavala Dhantadyuti Patuvaha. May that Bāla Gopāla Krishna and Yaśodā Maya protect the entire world. So this is the blessing that Acharya is giving in this shloka. Okay, so this is about the Leela of Krishna drinking milk. See how beautiful, just the simple act of drinking milk